Only an hour to go for polling in the southern states. Joining me live now, we've got the finest reporting team that's been at it since before the sun rose today on what has been a hectic and very dramatic day of polling in Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Puducherry. Joining me live, Akshay Anath, live from Chennai. We have with us Pramod Madhav, also in the city, Gopi Krishnan Unithan and Nolan Pinto, live from Thiruvananthapuram and Kochi respectively in Kerala. Welcome to all of you. It's been an incredibly tense day, an incredibly eventful day in both these big battleground states. We've got some breaking news before I go to the ground to my reporters. Breaking news, polling continues in the 4 states and union territory of Puducherry. About an hour left now for voting. The approximate voter turnout till 4:30 p.m. so far. Let me give you that update. 54.1% in Tamil Nadu. In Kerala, 58.7%. In Puducherry, 66.8%. Bengal, 68%. And Assam, 58.77%. So that's the updated voter turnout so far, with only an hour or so left for voting in all of these places. Let me go straight across first to Akshay, who's with me live from Chennai. Akshay, just a short while left. This is the final stretch for polling. What are you making of the voter turnout numbers?
Well, Shiv, what we can see here in the state of Tamil Nadu, especially in the city of Chennai, is that number of people who are coming to the polling stations is only increasing. From early morning today, we have been seeing a steady stream of people coming in, and even at 5 p.m. we're seeing that the polling station is filled with people who are ready to cast their votes. And it is an interesting poll because this is the time when Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi are not there, and the Dravidian parties are fighting it alone without these stalwart leaders. And what will be the fate of these Dravidian parties is the biggest question here. And also BJP, who's trying to make inroads into the state, will they be successful? These are all the big questions. And also Kamal Hassan, the newbie entrant into politics, is also contesting from Coimbatore South, and he has not been silent, Shiv. After casting his vote today early morning in Chennai, he flew to Coimbatore, and there again he had filed a complaint against Vanati Srinivasan, saying that she was giving money or tokens which would be utilized by voters later to get money. So these kind of allegations, and we're seeing it's a jam-packed active day in Tamil Nadu. Absolutely. Multiple allegations being made. Not only is Kamal making...
I'm just going to get into those allegations in just a bit, because like you said, those allegations have been flying from each side. There's a collision, as it were, between the Makkal Nidhi Mayam, the AIADMK, the DMK. They're all at each other's throats as far as complaints are concerned. We'll get our viewers an update on that. But after months of intense campaigning, Tamil Nadu is voting in the first state election since the demise of Jayalalitha and Karunanidhi. In many ways, it's a post-star or a post-superstar election in Tamil Nadu. The Chief Minister Edapadi K. Palaniswamy voted in Edapadi, while Deputy Chief Minister O. Pannirselvam voted in Periyakulam. DMK Chief M.K. Stalin and his son Udayanidhi, who is also the party's candidate from Cheppok, Tiruvallikeni, voted in Chennai. Stalin said that people are angry with the ruling government. He'll have to see if his words ring true on the 2nd of May when the elections come out. M&M Chief Superstar Kamal Hassan, along with daughters Shruti and Akshara, also exercised their franchise in Chennai. Actor Rajinikanth was one of the earliest people to step out of his home to vote and cast his vote. All 234 constituencies have gone to the poll. Simultaneously, the fate of 4,000 candidates will be sealed within the next 1 hour. The AIADMK BJP PMK alliance has been pitted against the DMK Congress combined.
மக்களும் தவறாமல் வாக்களிக்க வேண்டும், தங்களுடைய ஜனநாயக கடமையை ஆற்ற வேண்டும் என்று அன்போடு கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றனர்.
குடும்பத்தோடு வந்து எங்களுடைய ஜனநாயக கடமையை நாங்கள் ஆற்றியிருக்கிறோம். தமிழ்நாடு முழுவதும் அமைதியாக மக்கள் ஆர்வத்தோடு வாக்களித்துக் கொண்டிருப்பதாக எனக்கு செய்திகள் வந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. ஆக ஜனநாயக கடமையை முறையாக தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்கள் ஆற்றிக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். இதனுடைய முடிவு மே 2ஆம் தேதி சிறப்பாக இருக்கும், அது உறுதி. அதாவது ஆளுங்கட்சிக்கு எதிர்ப்பாக இருக்கிறது என்பதை நான் தெளிவாக உணர்கிறேன்.
So what is the message to the people of Tamil Nadu?
Please go and vote. It's your right.
And how confident are you about
I
your...
am very confident. All the candidates will be confident.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Let me go across to Pramod Madhav, who's also with me live from Chennai. Pramod, just a few, less than an hour to go for voting. What's it looking like? What were the big takeaways from polling today, according to you?
Well, there were quite a lot of dramas that also occurred in Tamil Nadu for the day, and in fact, we just have 1 hour, and we're at the location where MK Stalin voted in the morning today. And when you talk about big takeaways from the state, we have to definitely mention that this election is very crucial because for the next 5 years, after losing stalwarts, the second level leaders or the leaders who are at the shadow of the other, stalwarts, they have to prove themselves, and that's what we're looking over here. Many contestants are there, but how are they going to fare is something that we need to wait and watch. But the results will be on 2nd May. But here you could see on the almost the last hour up to 6 p.m. they're allowed to vote. From 6 to 7, COVID positive patients will be allowed to vote as well. So this is the kind of the phase that is occurring in Tamil Nadu. But however, even small messages or even small acts that were done by leaders, especially be it Ajit or Vijay, that was spoken at a large today, and all those became viral in the state. Definitely cues were taken by each and everybody's fans or followers. In the end, people have come forward in large numbers and are voting for the next 5 years term.
Pramod and Akshay, thank you very much for that. Kollywood, the Tamil film industry's big date with the ballot, obviously was today as well. They had to come out and vote. It's a single phase of elections. The stars played responsible citizens. You had superstar Thalapathy Vijay riding a bicycle to the polling booth, while actor Ajit lost his cool after a fan tried to force a selfie with him. M&M chief Kamal Haasan and Rajnikant also cast their vote. Take a look. We've encapsulated all the star power on polling day in Tamil Nadu.
As Tamil Nadu voted, it was Kollywood's big date with ballot as well. And the stars played responsible citizens, descending on the poll booths to exercise their franchise, patiently standing in long queues for their turn. But it was superstar Thalapathy Vijay who stole the show, cycling to a Chennai poll booth to cast his ballot. The move to ditch his luxury car was seen by many as a statement against rising fuel prices. But Vijay's team clarified that the superstar used a cycle since the booth was close to his house and he wanted to avoid congestion caused by use of a car, and there was no other intention. But the DMK was quick to latch on to the claims.
Mr. Vijay is a very great person, and he has come out with a very clear message that he is sending that symbolically. I'm against the price hike of petrol.
Donning a green tea and face mask on a red and black bicycle, Vijay was escorted by a group of enthusiastic fans and security officials. The images instantly went viral. He was later seen holding up his inked finger even as the security officials tried to keep fans at bay. Things were not that smooth for actor Ajit, who snapped after a fan tried to force a selfie with him. Ajit angrily snatched his camera only to return it later and asking the unruly fan to leave. Superstar Kamal Haasan, who turned up at a Chennai booth along with his star daughters Shruti and Akshara Haasan, faced crowding at the booth. Voters already standing in the queue were upset as several others started melee after the entry of Haasan family. The Makkal Nidhi Mayam chief later sent out a message against poll freebies.
The next course of action is just educate the people more about this caste distribution, how disastrous it is for their life and democracies.
Fellow superstar Rajnikant, who narrowly missed his poll debut, was among the earliest voters to turn up in Chennai. BJP's 1,000 Lights candidate Khushbu Sundar spoke to India Today after voting.
Please come out and vote. That is extremely important. Please exercise your duty as the law-abiding citizen of this country. Come out and exercise your vote.
The much-loved Bollywood setting an example for Tamil Nadu voters, leading from the front on the D-Day for democracy. With Akshay Nath, Akshata Nandagopal and Pramod Madhav in Chennai, Bureau Report, India Today.
But I want to zoom in on one of those images that you saw on your screen that went viral since this morning, because it has reverberated across social media more than any of the other star images, and that was of Thalapathy superstar Vijay on his bicycle, arriving on a bicycle to vote today at the Neelangarai polling booth in Chennai. Thalapathy Vijay opted for a bicycle ride, leaving his house, and we were there. India Today was there to capture all of it. What was the big political message? His team says, oh, there's no big political message. I live nearby, but they never explained why this is the first time he's using a bicycle to come to a polling booth in this manner. And we've got breaking news coming in. Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, O. Paneerselvam's son's car has come under attack in his constituency. The AIADMK MP and O. Paneerselvam's son, O.P. Ravindranath's car came under attack. His stones were pelted by miscreants in the Bodhi constituency. More details awaited on this, but these are images of the son of Deputy Chief Minister O. Paneerselvam, whose car has been attacked in the Bodhi constituency. We'll be getting Pramod Madhav on this story in just a moment from now. Apologize for the delay in that. These are images of the Toyota vehicle. Pramod Madhav with me. Pramod, what happened in Bodhi constituency? Vehicle attacked the son of the Deputy Chief Minister.
Well, Shiv, Bodhi constituencies are turning out to be a little chaotic because over there, Deputy Chief Minister O. Paneerselvam and his political rival are contesting from DMK, and that's turning into a little bit of issue. Not just now, for the past 1 week, there were certain issues where wherever AIDMK campaign was happening, heckling has occurred. But today, what has happened is that certain miscreants had thrown stones they have pelted stones at a vehicle where inside O.P. Ravindranath, the son of Deputy Chief Minister O. Paneerselvam, was present. And that has turned into an issue. Earlier, what the crowd over there that actually protested had said, that it was people from Thanga Tamil Selvan, that is DMK candidates, people who had done it so, but police are still investigating, and they are claiming that there are chances that some other group might be involved as well. An investigation is occurring as we speak over there. O.P. Ravindranath was not hurt.
Yes.
He got into another vehicle and he has left so far, and the police have promised action, and the crowd has also dispersed now.
Okay, thanks very much, Pramod, for that. We'll keep a track of that developing story. Well, in Tamil Nadu elections, it's women voters. In election after election, this has proven to be true. It's women voters that can play a huge role to decide the fate of those in the fray. The AIADMK has an edge when it comes to women voters, but can they retain that women vote bank? Here's the full story.
In the big Dravidian face-off in Tamil Nadu, it's the women's vote that could swing the fortunes of political parties. The 2016 election saw a turnout of little over 73%. The number of registered women voters was 4 lakh more than men. When it comes to women voters, the AIADMK historically has the edge. A post-poll analysis by Lokniti CSDS showed 46% of women voters were in favor of AIADMK, compared to 35% for the DMK. Among men, 36% voted for AIADMK and 43% for DMK. But this time the situation is different. The charismatic Jayalalitha is not there. Plus the shadow of anti-incumbency lingers. But the AIADMK is hoping that the government's work during the pandemic and recent calamities will help it sail through. and it has been constantly reminding voters that it's carrying forward Amma's legacy.
We have our blessings, and her legacy has been fully taken in by EPS. I mean, who has emerged as the tallest leader here, and not only in the party but in the state as well. I think running the government for the last 4 years has touched every section of the society, and almost the same way as Amma took on the mantle of ADMK in 1989. In 1991, Amma toured all the constituencies and emerged as a very strong leader. That is the emergence of Amma over the past 5 years. Okay, and I think Edapadi has done the same thing.
The DMK this time has been paying special attention to grabbing the women vote. Its star campaigner Kannimuri has been seen interacting closely with women groups. Rahul Gandhi too has made it a point to actively engage women voters. The women voters may be important, but the same importance is not reflected in fielding women candidates. The DMK has given ticket to only 12 women candidates of the total 173, which is less than 7% of its total candidates. In 2016, it had fielded 18 women candidates. The AIA-DMK has given tickets to 14 women candidates out of 171. Congress, 1 out of 25. BJP, 3 out of 20. And Kamal Hassan's Makkal Needhi Mayam, 12 out of 154. But all these parties are hoping to lure the women votes with promises made in their manifestos. Bureau Report, India Today.
Polling is also underway. The final stretch is on for 140 constituencies in Kerala. Again, single phase. Over 54% voter turnout has been recorded till 4:30 before we began this broadcast. Bigwigs like Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, the BJP's E. Sridharan, and Leader of the Opposition Ramesh Chennithala and several others have exercised their franchise in this election. Pinarayi Vijayan cast his vote from the Dharmadam seat in Kannur. Congress MP Shashi Tharoor said that the trend and momentum in the election is with his party. Metro Man and BJP candidate from Palakkad, after casting his vote, said that the BJP will have an impressive showing in this poll.
കഴിഞ്ഞ നിയമസഭയിൽ ഉണ്ടായതിനേക്കാളും കൂടുതൽ സീറ്റ് ഉണ്ടാകും. ജനങ്ങളാണ് ഈ സർക്കാരിൻ്റെ കൂടെ എല്ലാ കാലത്തും അണിനിരന്നത്. ആ ജനങ്ങൾ തങ്ങളുടെ വിധിയാണ് രേഖപ്പെടുത്താൻ പോകുന്നത്. ഒരു സംശയവുമില്ല, LDFന് ചരിത്ര വിജയം ജനങ്ങൾ സമ്മാനിക്കുമെന്നത് ഉറപ്പാണ്.
BJP will have an impressive show this time. There's no doubt about it. And regarding myself, I have no doubt at all. I will win from Palakkad constituency with a big margin. My entering BJP has given a different image to BJP. That all right-thinking people who are wanting the country to progress, they will now go on entering BJP.
And we've got some breaking news coming in now. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has said that Ayyappa is with the LDF. Well, the left front, the atheists, they've said that Ayyappa, the deity of Sabarimala, is with the LDF. He was responding to a statement by the NSS chief that the LDF will lose due to a curse from Lord Ayyappa.
അദ്ദേഹം അങ്ങനെ പറയാനേ സാധ്യതയില്ല. കാരണം അദ്ദേഹം ഒരു അയ്യപ്പ വിശ്വാസിയാണ്. അയ്യപ്പനും ഈ നാട്ടിലെ എല്ലാ ദേവഗണങ്ങളും മറ്റ് മുഴുവൻ വിശ്വാസികളുടെ ആരാധനാമൂർത്തികളും ഈ സർക്കാരിനോടൊപ്പമാണ്. കാരണം ഈ സർക്കാരാണ് എല്ലാവരെയും ജനങ്ങളെയാകെ സംരക്ഷിച്ച് നിർത്തിയത്. അപ്പോൾ ജനങ്ങൾക്ക് ഗുണം ചെയ്യുന്നവരുടെ കൂടെയാണ് എല്ലാ കാലത്തും ഈ പറയുന്ന എല്ലാ ദേവഗണങ്ങളും. അതാണ് കാണേണ്ടത്.
Live with me from Thiruvananthapuram, Gopi, how do you interpret this claim by Pinarayi Vijayan, the Chief Minister, on being asked that question as far as Sabrimala is concerned?
Well, Shiv, it is extremely politically significant because over the past 3 years, we have seen how the Left Democratic Front has taken a very stern stand when it comes to the Sabrimala issue, and they had faced a lot of backlash in the previous elections. Even if it's with the 2019 Lok Sabha election, we could actually say the UDF had almost a clean sweep by winning 19 out of the 20 seats in the state, and LDF was just marginalized to a single seat. So certainly it seems maybe the LDF is acknowledging that it is an issue that needs to be dealt carefully. Now I must also explain the scenario and the whole overall situation in which Chief Minister made this statement. He was responding to the questions from the journalist after he cast his vote in Kannur, and while being asked about the statement by NSS Secretary. NSS is actually one of the prominent caste groups in Kerala, the Nair caste groups it is representing. While being asked about a statement from NSS Chief Sukumar Nair, Chief Minister went on to say that he do not think that Sukumar Nair would make a statement like that because he is a devotee of Lord Ayyappa. And they again went on to say that be it Ayyappa or any other god for that matter, all the gods would only be supporting the left government in the state because the left government has been supporting the people. So the basic ideology that the Chief Minister was trying to draw in could be that the God is with those who help the people, but certainly it has a lot of political ramifications considering the fact that Chief Minister has categorically went on to name Lord Ayyappa in his statement on the polling day and on the morning of the polling day, to be more precise. So certainly it has a lot of political impact on the way Chief Minister has responded to that question.
Very politically significant. Gopi, thank you very much for that. From Kerala now to the Union Territory of Puducherry, where voting for their next Chief Minister is also about to end. Voting is underway for all 30 constituencies. 66% voter turnout recorded till 4:30 p.m. Former Chief Minister, Congress leader V. Narayanaswamy also cast his vote today. A total of 324 candidates in the poll fray. Nolan Pinto with me live. Nolan, I know you're in Kochi in Kerala, but you've been traveling in Puducherry as well. A crucial but very interesting election also in the Union Territory, given that, the government had fallen in a very dramatic fashion, and now all eyes are on whether the Congress can make any kind of a comeback or whether it's going to be a clean sweep for the BJP alliance there.
Well, absolutely. In fact, Shiv, it's going to be a very, very interesting battle what's happening over there, especially after we saw what really happened when the government was dissolved over there. However, the mistakes that have been made over there, what the people in fact tell us is that they're not too sure if the Congress does really have a chance in that particular place. So we just have to wait and watch and see what really happens, what really turns out today. But all depends on the number, the voter turnout. That is very important.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.